Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with a video on great praise from Kasparov for an unknown amateur. What is this about? Well, it is number 9 in the series The Knight Rules, which is a series of videos in which a particular piece plays an important role. You can find the earlier videos in this series in the description box of this video. But as said, this is about the knight, it is about Kasparov, and it is about an unknown amateur. Let me tell you the story. It is a game that I will show you, played in 1976, a long time ago in the Soviet Union, between two amateurs. Sergei Berezhyuk had the white pieces and his opponent was A. Izhnin. I have not been able to find his full first name. The 13th world champion Garry Kasparov, in his book series My Great Predecessors, says that Berezhyuk played this game a la Morphy, and that is great praise indeed, comparing White's play to the great American Paul Morphy. Berezhyuk was from Belarus and was about FIDE master strength. The only rating I could find from him was 2355. I've not been able to find anything on his opponent. Although when I see a Russian sounding name, my first inclination is always that they must be terribly strong. As we see, Black at least knew a lot about the Neidorf variation, so he must have been quite a good player himself. Let's have a look at the game. Berezhyuk opened with e4 and c5 was played by Izhnin. Knight f3, d6, d4, takes, and we will see that the Neidorf variation is on the board with a6. Bishop g5, e6, f4, and now bishop e7 is the main move according to theory, but Izhnin plays b5. That's also possible, although it looks very dangerous for Black after e5. Did Black blunder on his previous move? Is he going to lose a piece? The knight is attacked and also pinned. The knight cannot play. Well, it's not that bad. It is still theory. And Izhnin knew this. He took on e5. F takes e5 with the same problem for Black. But then there is queen c7 on pinning the knight. And if you take the piece, then there is queen e5 check, attacking the bishop as well as giving check. Bishop e2, queen takes g5, and Black has won its piece back. That's a theoretical line, so White is not winning a piece after queen c7, a move from the game. White played queen e2, protecting his e5 pawn, and now Black saves his piece with knight f to d7. Castling queenside from White, bishop e7 developing, and queen g4, giving up on the pawn on e5. This was all played many times before. Black took, and now look at this move. The fireworks start. Bishop takes b5. White sacrifices a piece. Not a new move, it had been played before. In fact, the first time this had been played was 10 years before this game was played in 1966. What is the point after a takes b5? Well, rook h to e1 is now a good move. An alternative to the move played in the game, attacking the queen, and all White's pieces are now mobilized while Black's king is in the center and many of his pieces are on the back rank. Very good compensation for White for the piece he has sacrificed. White played it differently after a takes b5. He did not play rook h to e1. He took on b5 with the c knight. Also a good move. And we're still in theory, and here f5 needs to be played. Objectively this is okay for Black, but it's very difficult to play for the Black side. Black is stuck in a minefield and the path to safety is very long and very small, very narrow. The point of f5 is that it gives f7 as a flight square to the king, which is very crucial, as we'll see. Because here Izhnin was out of book, he didn't know how to continue from here on move 14. As said, f5 needed to be played, but he played h5 and he had not remembered the line correctly, because h5 is a blunder. And the refutation is very, very beautiful. Knight c7 check is the first move of this refutation. It is the Knight Rules Part 1. White is giving up another piece. Black only has one legal move. You have to take that knight. And why is White just giving that knight away? Because of knight takes e6. The Knight Rules Part 2. What is this about? Giving away another piece? Well, not really, because you cannot take, because then there is queen takes e6 check, and you can only interpose the bishop, and this is checkmate. So after knight takes e6, you cannot take that piece. Taking the queen instead with ace takes g4 is not possible either, because then there is the knight rules part 3. Knight takes c7 is now checkmate. A wonderful checkmate with bishop and knight. Very, very beautiful picture this. So after knight takes e6, you cannot take the knight, you cannot take the queen, and black saw that and played the queen back to e5. It doesn't really matter to which square the queen goes, because there is the knight rules part 4, knight c7 check. The same sacrifice with the same piece on the same square is quite unique. Amazing play from Berezjuk. Again, black has no choice. He has to take the knights, and the point of these knight sacrifices is to have removed the e-pawn from the protection around black's king. That was worth 2 full pieces. Because now the e6 pawn is gone and there is queen e2 check. And black can only interpose his pieces. Interposing the bishop leads to checkmate on the spot. And if you interpose the knight, which is what black did, then that knight can be taken. We are finishing this game off with a queen sacrifice. Black resigned here. If you take the queen, then rook d8 is checkmate. And if after bishop e7, which is the last variation, then white takes the queen, black can take the bishop with check, king steps aside, then black can finally castle, bring his king to safety, but after queen takes b7, black has only bishop and knight for the queen, which is not enough material. This is an easy win for white. As said, after queen takes e5 check, black resigned, and he was lucky it was not a boxing match, because white delivered one blow after the other. Wonderful game from Sergei Berezjuk, with great praise from Garry Kasparov that he played this game in Morphy style. And I'm sure we all agree, if you have seen the games from Morphy, then you know that Paul Morphy himself would have been proud to have played this game. And especially those 2 knight sacrifices on the same square on c7 were quite unique. What a wonderful game. Hope you enjoyed it. And we have this game, myself with white against the Chess to Impress viewers with black. Every Sunday we make a move, and last Sunday you took my knight with your rook, you took on d6. And my reply was queen takes c5, taking that pawn. And now it's your turn again. If you want to take part in this game, then put black's 28th move, the move for black in this position, in the comment section underneath this video, and you will be part of this game. You will also then be in the raffle. At the end of the game, I will raffle a chess book amongst the viewers who have taken part in this game. So I'm looking forward to seeing your move in the comment section. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you like this video, if you like the series of This Piece Rules, then please share it on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.